Welcome back into the QB Huddle podcast. I'm Tim. I'm joined by my podcast partner, Lo, as usual. How you doing this morning, Lo?
Pretty good, man. Pretty good. Great after last night.
Yeah, I bet you are. You really like to see the Chiefs lose, don't you?
Yeah, good football on top of great football from Sunday night.
Okay,
I'll
well,
defend. I'll defend the Chiefs. We'll get into that. Don't worry about that.
you'll get into it. All right, well, we got a lot to talk about. We've got garbage juice. We've got who's on fire. We've got Brady moments, a couple of them. We had one just last night. Your Patriots have one to talk about, so I know you're excited about that. And this Sunday, I will be donned in a Patriots jersey as I lost the bet because I said there was no way the Bills would lose, and they lost. We're going to be here at my house on Sunday, folks. We're going to be live in person. We're all going to be in the same room. I'm going to see if I can invite some guests to swing by while we're here, but we're going to do a longer show. Probably start about 10 a.m. Sunday morning for a long pregame. We've got a lot to do that day, a lot of fun stuff coming your way. I'm not even going to tell you what it is yet because there's no reason to spoil the surprise. But here we are a little earlier today because I have an actual sales meeting at 1 o'clock that I need to get to. So we need to get through this show. So let's get into it. First, let's touch on a few injuries. I know it was reported this morning, Lamar Jackson still going to be out for Baltimore. That's interesting because Rush played terrible. If you remember in preseason, Lo, I said, why is Cooper Rush the backup quarterback to Lamar Jackson? Cooper Rush is a capable, good quarterback. We saw it in Dallas, but two completely different styles. What do you make of that situation with Cooper Rush coming off the bench and having a terrible game this past weekend, 3 interceptions?
Not what I expected, man. I was with you. I didn't call it as early as you did in the season. I thought he was good enough to be able to adapt. Athletic enough, if I should say, to adapt to run still the same type of an offense. So,
No.
no, not at all. Clearly, he needs a certain type of pass-heavy Dak Prescott type offense. Um, I don't know. Kellen Moore, was that the offensive coordinator for him a couple years? I don't know.
Yep.
He might be one of those type of quarterbacks. Like, I don't know. Settling in, it's his first game. Not probably. I don't know. Who would you want to play first game? Let me just pose that question to you. Like the Saints?
Right.
Obviously not. So I don't know. I think he'll settle in. Hopefully. I guess I'm just having hope. But man, you were right. Just not gonna work. Go sign
No.
somebody.
And they are looking at possibly now. Harbaugh won't talk on this yet because it's Tuesday, but they are looking at Snoop Huntley taking over. Huntley, of course, being the backup for Lamar and having a good deal of success. I think he won like 4 out of 5 starts 1 year for them, kept them viable in the playoffs while Lamar was out. Obviously, a much more Lamar-ish type player, not near the level of Lamar, but can do some similar things. Just looked really ugly. I'm not sure they're going to pull the ripcord on Rush just yet, but there's certainly conversations about it. And boy, the Ravens season is looking more and more like it's going to be in question there, especially with Lamar out. JJ McCarthy sat out again this past week when they went to Ireland, and Carson Wentz did some big things. He got took a licking, but he kept on ticking. He's going to show up later in the show in Brady moments. Little spoiler there. But what did you take away? We watched that game live while we were doing our pregame. Were you surprised Carson Wentz was able? I mean, they kept showing the backup. I don't even remember his name because I don't know who he is, but we thought Carson Wentz may not make it through the game. What did you come away from that one thinking?
I mean that exactly that. I don't know who's next. I started thinking about who's their third string or now
Right?
second string. I don't know who their third QB was, but I mean he's a battler. That's why he's still in the league. He's got heart. He made it out, got him a little moment there, and we'll see if it was good enough to crack the
Well,
top 10. And for him, absolutely. He's
we'll
hoping that
see.
saves his whole career, but I don't know about that.
I don't know about that, but JJ still being out, I'm kind of happy because there's still 3 starting offensive linemen not playing for the Minnesota Vikings. I'm kind of the idea that until those 3 are back, JJ's ankle still hurts, and and maybe it's going to hurt until those linemen are back. Next up, we had crazy game between the 49ers with the 49ers this week because Mac had to play. Purdy out again. Right, he plays the one game they lose. He's heard he's going to sit out. Mac Jones comes back. He's got a knee issue already. You saw the big brace, but he comes in. He's another guy that took a licking. At one point, we thought he was dead, laying on the field. It turned out to be a calf cramp, I guess. But he kept battling and come back, get the big win for Mac Jones. And now we might have a controversy in San Francisco, would you say?
Definitely. At
Definitely.
first, the dude, I thought about it. Now it's like you said, it's only Tuesday, so I'm only gonna go deeper down this hole. But dude, yeah, like you bring him back, we question why, right? The only answer that's viable is that he's healthier than Mac Jones, healthier. So that
Healthier. Okay.
insinuating Mac had to already be injured to miss that previous game, which he was having knee problems. Either way, Purdy comes back at 75, 85. They'll lie, tell you 95%. Who knows? Right? You rush him back because you know if Mac would have won three in a row, at this point, even if Purdy's healthy, let's just ride Mac till he takes that loss. In my opinion, a Cooper Rush Dak situation. But Dak's it's Dallas we're talking about. The 49ers, this is how people earn their spots. This is how quarterbacks get their
They just
jobs.
they just paid Brock Purdy.
Money now is like moving. Man, I used to say the same thing, and now I'm seeing guys that just signed 2-year deals get moved. Kirk Cousins. People talk about Kirk Cousins can be moved. That contract's not going anywhere. But yes, in the NFL, they don't care. They got cap
Okay.
room, and they didn't pay him a lot. They might take some of the money. You know how they can. It's the
I,
NFL.
I I think they still like Brock. I think that Brock was rushed back. From what I understand from our 49er insider, Brandon Newey, is that Mac Jones could not play a week ago. If they wanted him to. And so for that reason, because of the knee, they had to get Purdy back in there. They were going to have to go with a third option. And so Purdy goes in, obviously tough loss, and then Mac Jones go back. The optics doesn't look great for Purdy, right? You come back, you lose. Oh, I'm hurt again. Let Mac Jones come back in. Mac Jones gets hurt. Mac Jones keeps playing. He wins. Now you've got two banged up quarterbacks, and you got to decide which one am I putting out there on Sunday. So obviously tough for Kyle Shanahan to figure that out, wouldn't you say?
It shouldn't be a decision. It shouldn't be a decision that needed to be made, in my opinion. And the fact that there is stuff that is happening and chatter going on, I'm not saying that Brock Purdy's not the guy for them. But sometimes you ride this train till the wheels fall off. That's just how it goes.
Well,
Till you
it's
go off
happened.
to
Dallas did it.
yeah,
Dallas
Dak
did it with
Prescott.
Dak. So, all right.
Little different story. Tony Romo's a vet, and and you didn't know if
Yeah, a
he was
little.
really going to break the very next play. So locker
Uh,
room's good. But I'm with you. Romo should have came back week as soon as ASAP, as
week
soon as
10, he
available.
was ready. Week 10.
So,
Anyway, we got to talk
but
about
I
something.
I feel the same way with Purdy. I feel the same way with Purdy. To wrap it all up, man. Purdy is if he's healthy to go, play him. If he's not, just stick with Matt. I don't know
Yeah.
why there should be a controversy, but there is, and it's a brewing. He called him a QB1 already. So he didn't call him their QB1. He just said he
He
was
didn't
a
say
QB1.
there. He said A, right? I believe that they are allowing Mac Jones to audition for another job next year, maybe a resurgence for Mac Jones next season. We talked about the Dallas Cowboys. Let's get into it. We got to talk about some games that happened this weekend. The
Yeah.
Cowboys dismantled the Jets as we thought they would. Just a few numbers to run through here. Dak Prescott, 18 for 29, 237, 4 touchdowns. We'll talk about him a little bit later throughout the day. And then we had Williams was the number one rusher for Dallas, 16 carries, 135. Conversely, we go over to the Jets. Justin Fields, first of all, you don't want Justin Fields throwing the ball 46 times. That's too much. 32 for 46, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. So you think by that stat line, he must have done pretty good, but it's the Jets, and the Jets do what the Jets do, which is jet, as you say. Uh, Brees Hall, 14 carries, 113, no touchdowns, as long as 22. Not bad against a team that really can't stop the run. So, you kind of expect that. Garrett Wilson was the big receiver for the Jets, 6 catches, 71 yards. He had one of the touchdowns. And then you had Taylor was 9 catches, 67. Man, but Pickens to me is the story for Dallas right now. He's stepped in for CD. He's taking that number one job. Now, he only had 2 catches, 57 yards, but they were big catches. He does have the one touchdown, only targeted 4 times. It was a floundery, 6 catches, 114, 9 targets, comes from nowhere and has 114 yards in the game. So the Cowboys finding ways to get it done in a big 30-10 win. That's my spiel. I was happy as a Cowboy fan. I've got the Dak jersey on because he's playing great. but you're supposed to beat the Jets. What say you?
It's the Jets. It's the Jets. Wear your jerseys. Cowboys fans, be happy. Yada yada yada. I'm indoors. I'm gonna stay indoors. I don't even want to see here. You just like Cowboys fans right now are probably in a roar. I didn't even think about it. Like, they.
Super Bowl bound for sure.
Oh yeah,
That's where the
yeah,
Cowboys fans are right now.
yeah. You even got a jersey on. Like you
I
chose.
mean,
You
I'm
woke
wearing
up and
Dak. I am.
chose
I
Cowboys.
I woke up and chose violence today. Yes, Dak Prescott,
Not with
because
that jersey on. Not with that
he's got
jersey on.
he's had 2 great performances in a row, really 3. So I can't discount Dak, and every time he does good, I put his jersey on, and then he typically stops doing good. So we'll see if I
Dak
am the
does
curse,
well when
Dak Prescott.
the run game is to be accredited to. The line is active. I don't know how great they are yet, but the offensive line seems active in the run game, and that makes it easy on the passing game. Javante Williams is really the one we should be talking about over there. But it's a quarterback
He's
show, so we'll talk about how
That's
Dak
true.
benefits from the run game
Every
that Dallas
quarterback
has
benefits
going.
from a run game. Yes, absolutely. I mean, the offense is fine. It's the defense that has problems. Just because we only
Big
gave up
problems.
10 to the Jets, don't get excited. Don't think the defense is fixed. Let's talk about your game. Sunday night football. The Patriots come into Buffalo. The last time that they'll ever
Yep.
be at that Highmark Stadium. They had the Buffalo had the rival jerseys on. Those things were sweet. You have to say those jerseys were sweet, right?
Absolutely. Jerseys were so like just clean.
They
They
were
popped
lit.
really well. I didn't care the fact that the commentator was like, I can't see what the
I
numbers
can't see the
are.
numbers. Shut up,
Yeah, I
Chris
wasn't worried
Collinsworth.
about that.
Yeah,
So
who cares? You got a
um
TV monitor right in front of you. Uh,
what a better way to look
do you want to
get
go
your
through the stats?
ass beat, man. Get your ass beat.
Do you want to go through
So
the numbers, or do you want
oh
me
no,
to
you
do it?
got it. I want to hear it because just imagine yourself in a jersey as well. So uh a Patriots jersey. Say it with
Yeah. All right. Well,
some
that being said,
flavor for me.
let's talk about the Bills first. Josh Allen was 22 for 31, 2 touchdowns, the 1 interception. It was a bad interception, bad timing for the interception, and he also had a fumble. So Josh Allen's turnover woes that had seemingly disappeared came back to haunt them Sunday night. He also carried the ball 9 times, 53 yards. Uh, that's the problem. 53 yards for him, while James Cook 15 carries,
Leading rusher.
49 yards.
Yeah.
Yeah, look, I love Josh Allen, but I say the same thing about all my quarterbacks. I don't want my quarterback to be my leading rusher. If that happened, I'm probably going to lose. And that's what happened to the Bills here. They lose. Kincaid was huge, 6 catches, 108 yards. So fantasy numbers, did pretty good. But other than that, Shakir only had 45 yards. He's been a big play receiver for them, 6 catches. So not a lot going on for that Buffalo offense, even though they put up 20. But at the end of the day, it was about the Patriots. It was about Drake May. Drake May being compared to Josh Allen all week long. Even we did it on this very show. He went out and had 22 for 30, no touchdowns, no interceptions, 4 sacks, but he took care of the ball and he made some wow plays. Now the pass that he threw to Diggs at the end where he's going down and they've got him, it may
Oh
be a
yeah.
little luck involved, but he intentionally tried to get the ball to Diggs. Diggs was huge, by the way, 10 catches, 146 yards, 12 targets. Absolutely ridiculous. I'm going to say this in front of everybody that's watching, in front of you. If that Diggs would have been in Buffalo, that Diggs wouldn't be on the Patriots. We never saw that Diggs in Buffalo. Never. We saw crybaby Stephon Diggs. Get me the ball. And then you get the ball, he dropped it half the time. But he shows up for the Patriots like he's an instant Hall of Famer. I mean, he was out there balling out. Every ball is a catch. He's running over people. He's
Oh
getting
yeah.
yet. I mean,
Music
you
to
could
my
tell the
ears.
game meant something to him. God, I wish he would have played like that as a Bill, but he didn't. And so here we go. Your Bills get the win, 23-20. And I have to wear a Patriots jersey on Sunday.
Patriots get
No
the win.
fun.
Say that again. Say
What
that
did I
again.
say? Did I say the
You
Bills get
said
the
you
win?
just want the Bills to win. It's okay.
The
It's okay.
Patriots got the
There
win. I
you go.
couldn't
There
believe
you
it. I
go.
was sick to my stomach. I stayed up till 10:30 to watch that game. I was going to curse. I do not like when the Bills lose division games at home. That was a tough one. I'm going to shut up and just let you glow? Because I know, even
Look,
though
man.
the text
Look,
was
I'm
quiet.
not. I'm not. I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming. I knew we said a chance. The no touchdowns Drake made. It's not what I expected. But when you look at the game as a whole, big plays, man. Like the pass on the run, a dart to Diggs. Like most of them are in third down situations. He was able to move around. His legs weren't on like display, but he moved a little bit in the pocket. He didn't go downfield. I was just impressed with his. He's growing still. Every game he's gotten better, and it's crazy that he's been able to get better in a game with zero touchdowns. And I can say that. I can say that he got better in a game where he had zero touchdowns. How does that work?
0.
Defense was, man. Josh Allen. I feel bad for the who they play next.
Yeah, me too. And I don't know who they play next. I haven't looked. Don't care. I'll tell you what a big story for you was. You had to be extremely happy. Stevenson, running back, he had the big fumble, right? But then he comes back and he just put the team on his back a little bit in that second half, had some big runs. He ends up with 14 yards, but two touchdowns. And I'll tell you what, coming off a fumble to come back and have that trust, he had a couple big first down carries. Were you happy with that output? I mean, I know it's not a lot of yards,
I
but it's the yards you get when you need them most. And he was getting
I
those yards.
I feel like Henderson should still be in there. I think he can perform in those same situations. But Ramondre is playing well. It's just the blemishes have to go. We're just flatlined. I feel like we're in the same spot.
Wow.
We're in the
Well,
same
that's
we're in the
crazy you
same
guys won that
spot.
game.
We're in the same spot, like with him as far as Ramondre. So hold on to the damn ball. That's all that needs to happen.
That's all that needs to happen. 23 to
He's
20. Well, you beat them 23-16 in your last meeting last year. So that's two in a row against your rival, the Buffalo Bill. Let's get on to the next game of the day. That was a really fun one. We talked about it a lot Sunday morning. We glowed about it. That was Tampa Bay in their throwback jerseys playing Seattle in their throwback jerseys in Seattle. Baker Mayfield being tormented in the tunnel before the game. I don't know if you saw the video. He actually went and found that fan after the game to let him know. And that fan continued to say, "You still suck, Baker." Baker doesn't suck. Let me hear. I'm here to tell you. Baker was 29 for 33, 379, two touchdowns, another late fourth quarter drive to put the Bills or to put the Buccaneers up, even though what is it, a blocked? I forget how they won the end of the game. Actually, they won by 3. Was it a blocked field goal at the end for them to win, or did they miss the field goal? I forget what Seattle did, but it was a great game, back and forth. Sam Darnold, 28 of 34, 4 touchdowns, but he had that one interception. That's what it was. Now I remember the Bucks go up 3. Sam Darnold and company get the ball back. Sam Darnold throws, the ball goes off a helmet of a Buccaneer into the hands of a Buccaneer, and the game is over. It's actually not over because it's tied at that point. The Buccaneers have to then kick the field goal to win the game. They're already kind of in field goal range, and they go and kick the field goal to win the game. But anyway, great game, right? I mean, you're talking about balling out. Walker for Seattle, 10 carries, 86 yards, big day for him. How about Smith? I can't even say Smith's last name because I don't.
Smith and Jigba.
In Jigba, there you go. 8 catches, 132. Cooper Cup 6 carries, 59. Smith also had the 1 touchdown. Horton had a touchdown. Great game for Seattle, but somebody had to lose this one, and it was the Seattle Seahawks, although I love those uniforms. White, 14 carries, 41 yards. Here's the problem with Tampa. Baker Mayfield was the number 2 rusher with 15 yards. That's not a good production on the ground, but Ibuka, 7 catches, 163, 1 touchdown. We talked about him on Sunday morning. That dude is showing up. He has decided, by the way, that he is likable to Jerry Rice, is what he has said. And so they were calling him Jerry Rice a little bit on the broadcast. It was pretty funny. But anyway, Buccaneers, Seattle, 2 journeyman quarterback that have made good on their careers in their second, third, fourth chances. Put on a show for us Sunday afternoon. Tell me you watched that game.
Yeah, I did. And it was the pick of why I mean, Darnold probably should be on fire, in my opinion. But at the same time, that pick is pretty devastating. So uh, the timing of things and the swing of the football. Plus, Baker's balling, man. I look around and Rashad White is supposed to be your number one back. He had 2 touchdowns. I think he filled in well, but there's no one after that. There needs to be another back. Like
They
who's
need
up
Bucky
next?
Irvin
Who's
back. Yeah.
yeah? Who's spelled? They need Bucky back. They need Evans back. They need McMillan back. This team at full strength is very scary. Baker is doing it right now against top teams within their. The Seahawks are not a knock. They were on a roll up until
Yeah,
this
both
game.
teams were 3-1 going into that
Yeah,
game. So, the Baker keeps doing it as he continues to not have his superstars with him. And when those superstars get back, they might be the most dangerous team in the NFC.
offensively they are very very
Stout.
uh, across the board. Yeah,
Yeah.
across the
Yeah.
board.
They're
So
awesome.
you don't even need a tight end. It's so weird. Like,
You don't even need a tight end. Here's the game of the day. The game of the day. I'm going to say that for me. This was my favorite game of the day. And it's only because the Eagles finally lost. It finally caught up with
ah,
them. And not only did they lose, they lost in Philly. Bo Nix, 24 for 39, one touchdown, 242. Doesn't wow you, not terrible. Dobbins, from a rushing standpoint, 20 carries. That's a lot of carries, 79 yards, one touchdown. Again, we see this. Bo Nix, he's the quarterback. He's also the second leading rusher for the Broncos with 22 yards. I don't like that. How about Sutton? 8 catches, 99 yards. Pretty good day for him. Ingram had 4 catches, 33, and a touchdown. So all in all, not a bad game from the Denver Broncos. It Listen, we've seen it in the last couple of weeks. It doesn't take a lot to beat the Eagles, but everything's just been kind of going the Eagles' way. But this time it didn't. Now Jalen Hurts had his best game, maybe second best game of the year, 23 for 38, 2 touchdowns. He was not the leading rusher. He only carried the ball twice for 3 yards, and they lost. So that tells me Jalen Hurts needs to run the ball. He doesn't need to be passing the ball.
no,
They need to run
it
the ball.
tells you that Saquon needs more than 6 carries.
Also, I was going to get to that. Saquon, 6 carries, 30 yards. It's absolutely terrible. Um, Now, I saw a rumor that said that Jalen Hurts was calling his own plays on Sunday. I don't know if that's true or not. I have a feeling that's false, but that's what I saw. Now they have a new OC there who obviously doesn't know what the hell he's doing. Maybe he's never been an OC before. I don't even know what his name is. Man, what's going on in Philly? They won ugly for a few weeks in a row, won some games they shouldn't have won, and it finally bit them against the Denver Broncos.
They play a lot of football. You have these games. It's a close game. They squeaked out other ones, and this time, same as another team we'll talk about later, the Chiefs. It didn't go their way towards the end. You know what I mean? But when you look at the stat line, Saquon needs the ball. Period. Start
Period.
there.
How are
Start
you?
there.
Yeah. I mean,
So
30?
I'd be curious to look at the
30?
play calling sheet to see where that got away from them. Um, and yeah, I don't, 6 carries is crazy.
It's not
It's
enough.
crazy at
It's not
all.
enough. It's not enough.
These teams, the Eagles, the Ravens, when Lamar was playing and without, seems like they're losing a little bit of what their identity is. And in this case, I hope it's not Philly getting lost in the media and the chatter. Bro, run the ball. It's what y'all do. Jalen, run the ball. Don't listen to this guy. I don't care what Tim says. Run the ball, then pass. There's nothing wrong with it. You don't need to put up these numbers and lose. If you're gonna
Yeah,
talk about you, then
I'm
either
trying to
way. So
I'm trying, like you say, to understand who the Eagles are. Like, are we a grind? Are we a pound and run the ball team? Are we an open it up and try to throw the ball team? I don't think that's what they are. Yeah, you threw for 280. That's great. You threw the ball 38 times, 60% completion percentage. That's not great football. That's not, if you're going to throw the ball around 38 times, that's not great. That's all I'm saying. And you got to run some. You got to run. You know what wins in the NFL? Still to this day, no matter where you are, running the ball and playing defense.
yeah,
Anyway,
but they got guys like you blaming him for it.
well, listen, I still want you to play quarterback, right? I mean, how you throw for 100 yards in a game and win, and then throw for 280 and lose. I don't know how that math works. That's funny math to me. 2025 is a funny year, and this week particularly, I took a beating in the picks. I probably went 50%. Where the previous weeks I was probably 75
Yeah.
to 80%. I took a beating, and I would say there were a lot of upsets, but maybe they weren't upsets. Maybe the
It's like the
Broncos
first
are that team. I don't know.
the first game of the second quarter of the season. So
We're
teams
getting there.
regroup.
we're
teams regroup. You know.
yeah, we're starting to figure out who teams are. We're into the bye weeks now, and it's usually after the bye week that you see who that team is, right? So we'll figure it out. We're in the bye weeks, and they're coming out. Let's get into our on fire segment.
Yeah, just do it.
Twenty.
Fire. I got one today.
Yeah, you couldn't look more anticipatedly excited for this than you do right now. Maybe it's the sunglasses. I don't know. There you
Try it
go.
out.
Make sure you follow Mr. Sunglasses at Fourth and Low on TikTok. This is his avatar, and I'm circling it with my mouse, but you all can't see that. First on fire that we had is this guy, number 4 for the Dallas Cowboys. Again, my guy was 18 for 29, 237, 4 touchdowns, very, very quietly because it was the Jets. I don't even think a lot of people were paying attention. I had it as one square up there. But Dak Prescott, there's being talks that he might be up for MVP consideration. Is Dak playing that good to you?
He is, but it's not equating to the wins like that. So I need a couple. If
Um,
he plays like this, continues to win, then yes. I think it's also too early to be talking about any type of MVPs.
right? Why are we talking about that so soon? He is playing great. I'll give him that. But like you said,
But if
got
he's
to
there
win.
in
Got to
MVP,
win.
it makes me think, okay, then who else must be in there? Jared Goff, Sam Darnold. These are the guys that I think would be in there if you have Dak there.
Oh, Josh Allen, Baker
Josh
Mayfield.
Allen, of course. I'm not counting. See, and some of these guys, Patrick Mahomes, just off the name alone. So
Right now, I've got Baker Mayfield leading the race because of what he's doing while he's losing players. It seems like he has a different cast around him each and every week, and he continues to have to do it in the fourth quarter. So to me, Baker Mayfield, take him off the Buccaneers. They may not have a win yet this year. So I got Baker winning that race.
hmm,
That'd be cool. That'd be cool. That'd be cool to see.
that's
But
not bad.
this is on
Maybe we do
fire.
an MVP. Maybe we do an MVP candidates.
MVP candidates. Next up,
Hmm.
speaking of Baker Mayfield, once again, I have him on fire. 29 for 33, 379. It's the Baker Mayfield show, 2 touchdowns, and another late fourth quarter drive. Do you get the sense when you're watching the Buccaneers that Baker Mayfield is just at a different level and he's going to, like, I always feel like he's going to find a way to win games. Always.
He's it's that gene. He's not the guy you want to be with at the end of if Baker's gonna lose, it has to be like entering the fourth, 3 scores, and then even then you're like, oh, but I wonder if he can do it. Now, if you go toe to toe with Baker all game and you're up by 2, eventually I think he's one of those people that can get discouraged. He doesn't like playing from behind. He likes the moments where he can win. He doesn't like playing from behind. You know what I mean? He's a winner, and it's gonna take him freaking far this NFL season. I'm telling you, that
Okay.
team they got is wild.
Oh, I love me some Baker. I've always been a Baker fan. I actually, he forced me to watch Oklahoma games, and just because of his moxie and the way he plays the game, he's playing great. He's on fire almost every single week, or he's in the Brady moment. So, yeah, I thought this week was going to be the week. Honestly, the way that game was looking, I was like, it's done. Like finally,
It's
and then it's not.
it.
He pulls it out.
I think
Oh,
it's Brett Favre-ish. That's what I'm getting. I'm
he
getting
is a little
real
Brett
Brett
Favre.
Favre. I'm
Yeah.
getting Brett Favre vibes. Like
Notice the
lot.
cup. See the cup. You can get this cup. It's going to be on our website soon. Everyone can have a QB Huddle cup. Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you.
Ask him what's in it. Ask him what's in it, yo.
Coffee. Now nothing, but there was coffee. See, I did it right today.
Baker's on fire once again. Right now, he's either living in on fire or he's
It's
had
Baker's
himself a
world.
Brady moment. So yeah,
It's Baker's world. All the other quarterbacks are just trying to get a piece. But right now, it's Baker's world. Last guy, surprising guy, because we've been on his ass all year. Do you want to do this? Do you want to do this one? Do you have his numbers, or do you want me to do it?
CJ Stroud. Is that who we're talking about here?
That's who we're talking about.
Yeah,
CJ
23 out of
Stroud.
27, 244 yards and 4 touchdowns. About time. About time. Uh, it's funny because he said something in the media that I liked as well. He took accountability for his comment of him feeling
Feeling
old,
old?
and he
Yeah.
said he's like, man, I was joking. Sometimes you got to have some laughable. moments at that time, yada yada. He's like, y'all are gonna talk about whatever. He addressed the media as in, leave me alone all season. I'm gonna do what I do, not let you get in my heads. Too bad I don't believe any of it. I think he'll be right back there. I don't know if he had himself a good prep week, but you played Cooper Rush and the Ravens, so not sure if you think that's going to get it done all season. But he did play well. But we'll see. You got to do it again. One game is one game. You're still what 2-3? Is that what they are now? They're still climbing back. They're
Yeah,
not 500.
and the Ravens defense is nowhere near what it was the previous 2 years, and it's really hard to play defense when your offense doesn't stay on the field for any sustainable amount of time and continues to give the ball back to the other team, which Cooper Rush did 3 times. So I think CJ had a great game. I don't think that's the usual CJ Stroud, but good for him to get into the on fire segment for the first time all
Yeah,
season because he's
yeah,
been
he is
in.
on fire. He played well. I just need you to do it again. That's all I'm saying. I need you to do it again. That was a good one. Come on back. Come on back. Or, we could be talking about you in this next segment.
Yeah, and otherwise, if the Texans don't get it going, they're going to relinquish that crown to the Jacksonville Jaguars after what we saw
Hmm.
last night. Next segment, because that was it. We didn't have a lot of QBs on fire. We had some good performances, some okay performances, but these are guys that were just hot, 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 and bringing their team to victory. So garbage juice is the opposite, right? This is where the quarterbacks are poo cheese, terrible, awful, go into the stinky garbage juice. And there's a few of them. We've got 2 this week. Because again, we had a lot of average performance. Even Bryce Young had an average performance, so we can't really stick him in there. But Cooper Rush, he can go in there. I hate to do it. Hate to do it to him because I loved him here in Dallas. 14 for 20, 179, and 3 interceptions. Man, have you ever been in a position where you've been the backup and you had to come in and play good and just laid an egg like that? Because that must feel terrible if you're Cooper Rush. You're going to say
I
no.
don't think I have. I had to think about it. I don't know.
I mean, I've been a
I've
backup
been,
and I've had to come in
I've been a
and I
backup
played
and I've had to
well. I haven't played like this.
exactly, but
That's
I've never
terrible.
had to really like be a backup and come in, and I've done full seasons, as the backup. So, yeah,
Ah,
no.
okay. Well, that's terrible to me. I mean, Cooper Rush is a guy that doesn't really throw interceptions. He's taking care of the ball well in Dallas, right? Yeah, we know he's not a runner. They weren't asking him to run zone reads. Why is he throwing all the interceptions? And they were bad interceptions. Like they just terrible throws.
In his defense, if I had to choose anything why he's down there, I'm assuming this isn't all on him, but somewhat game planning. The other teams aren't going to game plan on you now like they normally would. So whatever, I hope teams are accounting for
True.
that. Like this is how they would play us. All that's out the window. You have to start over almost because you chose this quarterback. So it's not about what he can or cannot do. It's also about the defense is not threatened by your feet. I mean, if you can run, if you can move around or whatever, we're not threatened. We're going to load this box. Derrick Henry's not going anywhere. You're going to have to three-step drop it. Oh, your receivers aren't those type of receivers. You better get more DeAndre Hopkins, some vets, move Zay Flowers. It's a full. Yeah, you got to retool for the time being.
Oh, it's awful. It shows you just how important Lamar Jackson is to that team. And maybe should he come back and get the Ravens on a little playoff run, could be back into that MVP discussion that he is always a part of because he's Lamar Jackson. Next up, hate to do this. This is another veteran, longtime veteran, Geno Smith. He's been playing not very good this year, but this was about the worst. 25 for 36, 228. Can't throw the ball 36 times for 200 yards. 0 touchdowns, 2 more interceptions. He is being known as the interception guy right now. I think that's 9 on the season, if I'm not mistaken. What is happening with Geno Smith and the Raiders?
Las Vegas, man. Check the bets. I don't know what's going on. What was his interceptions? If he's gonna clear that here pretty soon already. I don't know. Start playing football, Gino. You were paid to be a bridge quarterback, not a 1 year. It's looking like they should have drafted Shador right now. So
You think Shador would do better
I do.
in Las
That's
Vegas
that's
than
his
what Geno
that's
Smith
his
is doing?
setting. Yeah, I think that's his setting. I think he knows how to move around in that type of limelight. It's always been like that for him. It's not his first time in Vegas. Won't be his last.
I mean,
As far
that's
as
a
the
lot of
football team, as long as the football team goes, you got Pete Carroll. He likes a younger quarterback with some moxie. Um, they
That's a
got a
lot of
running
congestion.
back that's young. Jacoby Myers is the QB. He's a QB quarterback, so he played for a lot of them. I don't know. Brock Bowers. I don't know. He might be onto something.
We'll see. I mean, sure. Right now, Shador is the third string quarterback for Cleveland, and that's where he is. So we don't need to we don't need to play make a wish right now.
When
Uh,
you're in the garbage juice like Geno Smith is, and you're talking about who's getting your job, I think it's fair.
okay, yeah, and he's been there. I mean, he has not played well. So I'd have to look at the stats, but I'm fairly certain he's the interception leader in the NFL, and
Has to be.
it's getting.
I don't know. Browning threw three
Well,
more.
yeah, but that's true. Browning's out there throwing picks like Oprah gives away cars. You get a pick, and you get a pick, and you get a pick.
Jamar Chase is intercepting he's intercepting his interceptions to make them touchdowns.
Oh my goodness, they're going to eventually, from what I heard this morning, Cincinnati is looking at other options. What those other options are, I don't know. But Jake Browning,
He
uh,
looked defeated out there, man.
he
He
looked
looks
better
defeated.
when he had to play, in years past, but not so far this year. Absolutely terrible.
Yeah,
Um,
you got to get you a new one. Expiration on backup QBs is like a year and a half, 2 years.
there you go. Let's get into the Brady moment. And I wish we had music for this. I wish we had we need to work with our producer Brandon Franklin, New Era Media. We need to get some music when this comes out, like some stoic la type of music. Obviously, Tom Brady, known for his epic comebacks. You might say there was a couple guys out there that were in a Brady moment for an entire fourth quarter this weekend, but we like to bring it down to one drive, right? That final drive, and I'll set this one up and I'll let you do the next one. But this is Carson Wentz. They're down 17-14 with 3:05 left to go in the game. The Browns go 10 plays and 10 plays, 80 yards. Carson Wentz, 9 for 9 on that drive, including a 12-yard touchdown pass to Jordan Addison with 25 seconds left. We had the call on our pregame show as we were watching it. And how exciting was it to watch Carson Wentz, who had been left for dead a couple times in the NFL, look pretty beat up during that game, comes back in on the final drive and says, "Hold my beer, we're going to win this game."
Hold my beer. Where were they at? You remember where
They
they
were
were
they were
playing
in
at?
London. I said they were in Ireland earlier. That's not true. They were in London. They were in London.
Yeah, I mean,
That's
we
what
watched it. I feel like the difference this time is we were down talking Carson Wentz, looking up at the screen and paying attention to half the game and trying to finish the show. And this
right.
time he delivered, man, and a perfect ball too. It's a good catch. It's almost like he'd been there before. Oh yeah, because he threw a pick, I think, the week before, or maybe a three incompletion. Either way, he showed up this week. Went all the way from possibly in the gutter to, you know what? Let me show you. I can still get this thing done. Yeah, I mean, it's a classic moment. 9 for 9.
I mean, he was great. Yeah, 9 for 9 on the final drive of the game when you've been getting your ass handed to you most of the game physically. He just looked beat up, but he kept coming back for more. And sometimes when you're a backup and you're playing for a job or maybe playing to get another job somewhere else, that's what you have to do, right? You have to fight through it. Mac Jones did it, and now we saw Carson Wentz do it. We had one other Brady moment we had two. We had two. I have one more to talk about. Uh, should I talk about that one before we go to yours? Because yours is pretty
No,
epic.
no, no, no.
No,
Let
you
me
want to go
let
to
me
yours
let
right
me
now?
get mine out. Yeah,
Drake
absolutely.
May, go ahead. The
Drake May.
stage is
Drake
yours.
May. Wait. I mean, Drake May. I want to say that one more time. Josh Allen was the talk last week. It's not no more. Diggs in the interview afterwards said you compared him to him. We even compared him to him. He said, "Look, it's Drake May." Okay, so let me set this up because the Patriots got the ball back, I think, with just over 2 minutes. It was tied. They needed to get in field goal range or a touchdown is what you really want. Diggs had this big catch under pressure, falling down. All that's great. All I want to get into is Drake May. Okay, Drake May showed that he can make plays under duress. He showed that in moments when he's being tackled, he can stiff arm a defensive tackle as well and throw the ball to his guy. 3 yard pass turns into a first down. Made smart decisions, even leading up to the last play, which is my favorite because I was even like throw it away. I can't believe I was even saying that. But we had multiple timeouts. he went, took a hit, slid down, had to let the clock keep running so that way he could call the timeout. Uh, I mean, big field goal, 52 yards. They used the word Vinatieri for a while, Goskowski, and I was like, okay, maybe this Borregales is a guy. And yeah, man, right down the middle in Buffalo, complete good send off. Good job, Drake May. Way to get your Brady moment in the last game that'll happen for in that stadium for the Patriots. So
And his first one in a Patriot jersey at Highmark Stadium. I mean, it doesn't get better for Drake May. It can't get better for Drake May.
has to be the coming out moment in his career so far.
Made me absolutely sick to my stomach. But congrats to Drake May and the New England Patriots for somehow doing what I said would be impossible and taking down
So much
the
impossible.
Buffalo
I think
Bills.
there was a bet too. I don't know if it was in Vegas, but I do think we had a bet if I remember
We do.
correctly.
And we've talked about this again, guys. We're going to be live at my house on Sunday in my big old loft area. And yes, I will be donned in a Patriots jersey. So have you decided what Patriots jersey I will be in?
Oh no, you said we could look at your collection, see what you got. So I know you have probably a Brady. I wonder if you have any
Well,
other Patriot jerseys.
I have, I have a Tom Brady that's in a glass case. I may have another Tom Brady. I'm not sure. I have the white one. That's a little big, but I'll wear it if I need to. So we'll see what we do.
We'll see
We
how
had
we go from there.
We had one more. You kind of disagree with this one, but I'm going to put him in there. Last night's game was crazy. Trevor Lawrence, earlier in the game, goes for a touchdown, goes to dive over. Chiefs knocked the ball out before the ball can cross the plane. I've always wondered why no one ever does that. I think it was an accident. It still happened. The Chiefs end up going down and scoring a touchdown, and we think that's the play of the game, right? That's going to solidify it. Well, then Patrick Mahomes, a little bit later in the game, he throws an interception on just a careless throw down there in the red zone. They take that back for 6 to the Jaguars. And now that's the play of the game because, oh my God, it's pandemonium. But then the Chiefs do go down and they score just like you think they would. But with very little time left, a minute 22, the Jaguars, first of all, the kick goes out of bounds. Why you kick the kickoff out of bounds? I don't know why you're doing that. That's a huge mistake. But then the Jacksonville Jaguars get started to 40. They go 7 plays, 60 yards in a minute and 22 seconds. And it's the craziest play. By the way, Trevor Lawerence led the team in rushing last night, which you wouldn't expect. But if you watch the game, you could see he was taking off quite a bit. 10 carries, 54 yards. I don't condone that, but there we go. That's what happened. But really what happened was at the end, I don't know if you didn't stay up to watch it. If you haven't seen a highlight, you missed it. Trevor Lawerence, it's like one of your bad dreams. He takes the snap, gets stepped down from the guard, falls down, starts to get up, falls down again. This is all, by the way, at the 1 yard line. Coming off a pass interference call in which the ball was intercepted by the Chiefs. I disagree that it was pass interference, but we can't take that back. So it was pass interference, is what they said.
Yeah.
No interception for the Chiefs. So Jaguars are at the 1 yard line. This dude falls down twice, gets back up, and runs for the touchdown. Like the most semi-pro shit you could imagine happens last night on the field for Jacksonville. Man, I really thought there would be a holding on the left tackle. Referee closed his eyes. He said, I didn't see that. There was a clear tackle of the left tackle on the defensive end that allowed him to get to the outside. But at any rate, hats off to Trevor Lawrence because I'm not a fan. I dog him all the time. So do you. That was a big moment for him last night.
Yeah, he's living in the moment. Good for him if you want to call it a Brady moment, but he knows it did not live up to what it was supposed to be. He did not do it happened. I don't feel like he caused this. I don't know if he was even aware, but he's living in that moment now.
He didn't
For
cause
sure.
it.
For
Listen,
sure.
listen. 18 for 25, 221. That's okay. One touchdown. You lead the team in rushing as well. And not only do you fall down once, but twice on the 1 yard line and get up and somehow find a way to
I
score.
I
Pretty
did
incredible.
not like it, and then maybe because I was a Chiefs and that's a terrible way to lose, and I guess it's the football gods letting you know, like, even as bad as this, we're gonna get him in. We're gonna find a way to get this dude to the end zone, and I didn't like the way the game went, and I don't know. I'll have to rewatch this one. Maybe
It,
that's what it was.
it was a crazy bit of emotions for me last night because during the game, it's at one point I thought to myself, as I'm watching this is the Chiefs are the best team again. Like they are unstoppable. They are a juggernaut. They are just doing everything perfect. And then the interception, right? Where Patrick Mahomes, he does it all the time. He rolls out to his right. He's trying to throw back to the receiver, coming back. It was Juju coming back underneath, but the linebacker stood there. I don't know if he's out of position, if he did that on purpose. But that, that kind of changed the complexion of the whole game. The Chiefs get the ball back and they go right down and score. Like, no problem. But it's
The
just like,
Chiefs
I don't know
lost
if the
this
Chiefs are
game,
missing
man. The
something, man. They're
Chiefs,
missing.
yeah, Rasheed Rice and a couple other injuries, and then they're going to be at full strength. So I'm not falling down this rabbit hole again of are the Chiefs this? They are perfectly fine. This one is just like Philly, but a little bit worse. It bit him in the ass, man. That's all it was. They wanted the chance. If Hollywood Brown turns his head, he catches the ball and Butker kicks the game tying field goal. Then you're in overtime. Then Patrick gets the ball first. He scores. You can't score, and then the Chiefs win. But that's not how this one went. It bit him in the ass. He didn't have enough time left. I think this turns Patrick Mahomes up, but it also could spark Trevor Lawrence in that division. That division is becoming pretty interesting, actually, with Cam
Uh,
Ward picking up his first win. Called that one.
Listen, that that was the most bullshit win in the history of bullshit wins. Right? He throws the ball gets did it get intercepted? It was fumbled, then it
It
gets
was
knocked around.
It was intercepted and
It
then
was
fumbled.
intercepted, then fumbled, then kicked around, and then one of the Titans falls on it in the end zone. Touchdown. Titans win. Unbelievable. Get out of here with that. That's not how you win ball games. I had to go back and look at the number. I was like, did Cam Ward play that well? No, that's how they scored. Get out of here. That was terrible. The Titans are awful. That was one of the upsets, by the way, of the day. But you got to wonder where the Chiefs are going to go. Now, they got good fortune in that the Chargers dropped another game over the weekend that they shouldn't have dropped. The Raiders obviously drop another game. So the Chiefs, they may survive because the other teams in the West, now the Broncos, they could be on a resurgence after that big win in Philly. But, the Broncos kind of up and down every week. So, yeah, I think it's Chiefs and Chargers, and the Chargers better keep winning. They better get back on that win streak fast because the Chiefs will at some point make a run. You got to think
The
they'll make
Chiefs
a
play the Lions.
run.
The Chiefs play the Lions
It won't be this week then. They're not going to make the run this week. Sorry.
Sunday night.
Where's that game at? Doesn't really matter.
Arrowhead.
Doesn't matter because the last time they were at Arrowhead on a Thursday night after they dropped the Super Bowl banner, the Lions beat them. Let's not forget, the Lions have beaten them in Arrowhead. So they go in with confidence that they can win in Arrowhead. No problem. No problem.
Chargers play Miami. Chargers play Miami.
Where's that game? Doesn't matter because Miami's terrible. It doesn't matter.
Miami.
You know
And the
what?
Broncos play the Jets. I'm just telling you these things because these are the teams you mentioned. Broncos play
Okay.
the Jets.
Broncos are going to get a win. That's for damn sure. So the Chiefs better get a win, and the Chargers better get a win. And if they all three win, then we're looking at a very competitive division as we go throughout the second quarter of this season, and we'll see how it pans out. Any last words for us this morning, Mr. Patriot?
No, man. I mean, we're on a roll, y'all. Y'all gonna hear a lot about Drake May. He's gonna be in a lot of these segments. Not garbage juice either. So, yeah. I mean, how you feel over there, huh? As a Cowboys fan, because I'm fired up with the Pat.
I mean, I'm glad we beat the Jets. Are we going to make a run? Not with that defense. No, we're not. So I'm not one of these delusional Cowboy fans that sees what we're doing and thinks Super Bowl. No, we have a very good offense, at least right now. But that can only take you so far. You need a defense, and you need to make stops. And you can't. I don't think that any NFL team can live the way the Cowboys are living right now, and have it be successful in a playoff run. So I'm not that excited.
No, well,
but I am excited about Sunday because I love NFL football. Y'all are going to be here. My wife's not going to be here. She's out of town. She's in California. She comes home that day, though. So I might have to clear y'all out at some point. But we're going to be live right around 10 o'clock. You can look for us right here on this platform, Facebook, or this platform, YouTube. Make sure that if you're not subscribed, do so. Make sure to follow Low at Fourth and Low on TikTok. Follow me at Tim Jitsu on TikTok. That's where we have most of our content. And you don't have anything to say before we go? because this is it. We're about to log off. We're going to be done.
No, man.
For the day.
Football's on the roll. We started the second quarter, I feel like. And hopefully your team is, over 500,
Oh, jeez. Well, here we go. It's going to be a fun. We're into the second quarter, and that's, we're moving right along. This season's going to be over before we know it. But folks, thanks so much for tuning in. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't. If you're watching us on Facebook, thank you. Go over to our YouTube page and subscribe. It's super easy. And then you get all the content. We're going to put out a lot of shorts this week, and we'll see you live Sunday morning from Corinth, Texas. Until Sunday, folks, keep those chains moving. Salute.